Raider! Oakland, L.A., Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever! You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murph's Fan Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, Veliknikov, a leaking pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players, you have a great organization, and you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, time running down, Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory.
The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most seamless, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
What is up, Raider Nation? Your buddy Murph back once again for what we hope to be a fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio, episode number 173 of Raiders Fan Radio, coming to you live right here from Murph's Fan Cave. So glad to be back here in the Fan Cave doing RFR Live. It's been a minute. It's been since we did the Fannies. That we were back here in the Fan Cave doing this show. And so appreciate you joining us here on youtube.com/Murph's Fan Cave. So we have so much to get to tonight. So I've been doing some RFR rundowns, did an interview with our good friend of the show, Pete Koch, just a few days ago. That's in your Murph's Fan Cave feed, so definitely check that stuff out. But in the meantime, the Raiders have started training camp since last time we talked to you guys. The NFL's made all kinds of announcements around the stadium. We've got Hall of Fame finalists going on. There is absolutely tons and tons of Raider stories to get to, and so we're going to get to a handful of those tonight, as we've gotten to most of them during the rundowns. But we're going to get to a few of those still tonight, but just a lot of stuff to kind of get caught up on with us, and us being you, like the chat and like our RFR listeners and our RFR family and our extended family. And like, there's so many freaking cool things that have been going on, professionally, personally. You know, I got engaged. You know, that was pretty cool.
Hey,
Max.
Oh my gosh.
She's the best. I love her. So, yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff that's been going on around here. So we got tons to get to tonight, tons to get caught up on. And so Mosh is unfortunately not going to make it. He's actually on the road right now. He was busy all day long educating the masses and molding the minds of America's youth, as he always says. But thankfully, we've got my best friend in the whole world adorning the Western Annex of the Southern Annex of the Murph's Fan Cave desk. He is Swag Jeff.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll give myself a little crowd cheer on that. Why not?
Well, you should.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Murph, Swag Jeff, and who's the third guy?
Well, apparently
he ain't here.
He ain't here.
He ain't here.
He ain't here.
It's good to be back, man. Oh my gosh, the Fannies was episode 172, and that was, I felt like it was like 4 months ago.
I know, that was a long time ago now.
Yeah, we've spent so much money in casinos since then.
Yeah,
oh
right?
my gosh.
I know. Yeah, that was really fun, man. That episode of the Fannies was a really good time. For those of you that didn't get a chance to see it, it's episode 172. Go back and watch it. And so that episode
yes.
was myself and Swag Jeff, and then Uncle Mosh,
yeah.
and then our good friend QB Jeff.
Yes,
Domenico's
which
Jelly.
He needs a congratulations as well.
Please take it away.
Absolutely, that him and his wife gave birth to a beautiful baby. A beautiful baby. I can't remember if it's a boy or girl or not.
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, I think his name's Dominic.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
Dominic
perfect.
Murphy. Yeah, how
That's
cool
perfect.
is that? Yeah,
I love that.
It's a freaking give.
Yeah. We'll give that to you. Absolutely. QB Jeff, we love you, brother.
Absolutely.
And congratulations to you and your family.
Yeah,
we got so many people in the chat right now.
Shout them out, Swaggo.
We got Monster Mash Ken, Running Bear, Raider Roo, Ron the Mater Raider, Atticus B. Rockin', Raider Rich, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Super Him, Raider Cody, who welcomes us to episode 173 of Cody's Fan Cave. Michelle Sweat's in there. Who else we got in there? Super Him, D the Sun. is in there. We've got the whole crew. Rev Raiders in there. Everybody's in here.
Good stuff, man.
Todd Clements.
Wow, man. Packed house in there in the chat room
Packed
tonight.
house. Hit that like button if you don't mind.
Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Help us out in that way. It's all we ask, man.
Mikey's in there.
Mikey!
On Air Nation. Mikey, love you, brother.
Mikey, love you, man. Missed you on Monday, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Can't wait to get back doing some more Mondays with Mikey and Murph, man. Got a lot of amazing. Mikey, I'm glad you're in here because I want you to hear this, man. I can't tell you, we've gotten so much positive feedback based on that last episode of Mondays with Mikey Murph that we did. Mikey and I look like here at RFR Live, we don't typically dive into the political thing or anything other than that. We just want to celebrate one another and one another being Raider Nation and really live in the frivolity and the fun and the lightheartedness of being a Raider fan. And you know, we can take our football seriously, but we don't take ourselves too seriously around here. But on the Mondays with Mikey Murph show, we'll dig in on some topics, and I'm not shy to dig in. We don't not dig in on them around here because we're afraid to. It just typically doesn't fall in line with the forum, the silliness that we're doing around here. So like a serious topic, you know, is really something that we typically don't really dig in on. But anyways, Mondays with Mikey Murph, we did, and I gave some pretty, poignant opinions. You know what I mean? I dug in on some stuff.
Sure.
And heard a lot of very positive things in response to that. So Mikey, thank you for that platform, because that is the show where we do those kinds of things and really, again, and heard a lot of good responses from you. And so if you're so inclined, go check it out. So last episode with Mondays with Mikey and Murph.
Yeah. And he said he's going to hit you up as soon as the season starts.
Perfect. Sounds great.
Which is great. And welcome to the chat, D-Mag. D-Mag, it says first time tuning in. So welcome, my man.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Appreciate you joining us here in the Fan Cave. So if you want to join us here in the Fan Cave every Wednesday, now that the season is underway, you can do that at youtube.com/Murph's Fan Cave. That's MURFS Fan Cave. And you can jump in there with all those great folks that are in the chat, because they are funnier than we are. They know more about football than we do. It's frankly, the chat is way more entertaining than we are.
Oh
so
my gosh,
if you're
amazing.
only listening to us, you're missing out.
You're missing out like half the show.
You really are.
Yeah.
You really are. You got to check that out. All right. So, couple things real quick, just a little bit of housekeeping. As we mentioned and as Swaggo mentioned, subscribe to us to support us, please, whether that's on YouTube or that's any audio version of the podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify. You know, I think we're on Amazon Podcast now. Like, we're all over the dang place. Like, anywhere you find us, give us the thumbs up, smash the bell, as the kids say, and give us that subscribe. Please, we appreciate that. Also, I started a foundation, Jeff. And I say
you did.
And I say I, and I mean we, because it's myself and Raider Cody. We have founded a nonprofit organization that we're only waiting on a couple of bits of paperwork here over the next probably just week or so, and then everything will be completely done. And we're talking about a complete legal entity that's everything you would think of in terms of a nonprofit. That is what this is, and it is called the One Nation Foundation. You can find the placeholder website at onenationfoundation.net, and that is where we are going to be our gathering point for all of our fundraising. Cody did a phenomenal job earlier this year raising money for the Greater Youth Sports Association. And through our friendship of just being content creators, we discussed the idea of joining forces in terms of our fundraising and maximizing those efforts. And all of that is going to funnel into this One Nation Foundation. The One Nation Foundation will then in turn gift folks like the Greater Youth Sports Association. It will gift the Bolitnikoff Foundation. It will gift the Stabler XOXO Foundation. It will gift whatever Raider charity or whatever charity period, or
it's perfect.
Whatever we decide to give it to.
Yeah.
It's just a gathering point to make it a singular point of focus for all of our fundraising efforts, because the thing is that when we all do it together, we can maximize this stuff.
And isn't that the goal? We all want to do it together.
Amen.
Don't grab something from something and say it's just yours. Let's all be together. Let's all just give everything to everybody. Why not?
Right on, brother. Well said. That's what it's all about. And so it's this. It's not about our show. It's not about his show. It's not about any of that. All it is about us coming together as a family that is Raider Nation, and then giving and helping support different charities and foundations that are well-deserving of it. And, of course, we'll always keep it loosely Raider-related. But, look, we don't know where this thing is going to go, frankly. I've never started my own business before.
Well,
yeah.
You
know what I mean? And I know Cody has his own business and is a different world in his personal or professional life. But for me, like, I've never started anything. I don't know, like, where this thing is going to go. And I don't have like a end game goal. And I don't think Cody does either. Like, we're not like, we know what we're going to do short term, but who knows where this dang thing is going to go. Like, whatever. So, but it's a great venture. We're proud of it. And Raider Nation. So just stay on the lookout for where this thing goes, because you're going to hear a lot from us in terms of One Nation Foundation going forward. All right. I got one more thing for you, Swag.
Okay.
And then I'm going to turn it over to you for episode 173, because we always tie our episode number back to something significant within Raider Nation. And
we do.
And you do such a phenomenal job of that.
Yeah, I do.
But first we have yeah, we do, meaning you?
Yeah, I do. No, I said, yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay,
yeah, I do a
sorry.
great job
All
at that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do a great job.
I'm the best in the biz.
Well, yeah, you are. Okay, so... all right. So here's the thing. So people send us stuff to the fan cave all the time. And we will never, I'll never lobby people for gifts, because we don't roll like that. I'm not about, but like,
yeah, that's not why we do it.
That's not why we do it. But seriously, like, all this stuff you see behind me here, like, most all of this has come from people. So of course the Compton jersey came from Will Compton. Let me turn around this way. And then like that card came from the Little Murph card.
Yes.
That Monster Mash Ken made. This sign came from Ron, the Mayock. This wooden sign came from Paul in Shropshire, Mississippi. This Raider Nation flag came from London. That came from King Louis.
That 3-time Super Bowl champion came from Swag Jeff.
Came from Swag Jeff. Like, I mean, when you look at all this stuff around here, like, and I could go on, like, the football came from our live event. Like, all these things came from somewhere.
Yeah.
So that said, people send us stuff. Now, again, and you can't see it here. I'm going to turn the camera. This Welcome to Vegas, Las Vegas, that came from Ruben. That came from our good friend Ruben in Vegas. Like,
nice.
I mean, like, there's stuff all over this fan cave from things that people have sent to us. So people send us some more stuff. Okay, so yeah, and
I'm all about it.
So we're gonna do an unboxing here. And again, this is not us lobbying for things, but I want to honor the people that did send us stuff. And I don't know what a lot of this stuff is. So we're gonna do this right now. So first off, I'm opening a bag. So for those of you on the audio podcast, I'm opening a bag. I know this is now. I'm opening these up, and these are shirts. So there's a large, that's mine. There's an extra large, that's probably for you, Swaggo. And then there's a XXX, that's Mosh's. So I'm going to toss the XXX onto Mosh's desk, and I'm going to hand you and turn the camera over, not a Swag, except your camera just froze. Which
it
means,
did?
Yeah, it means I have to restart your camera now.
Oh, no.
But keep talking and mess with that. And you might have to switch into Mosh's chair here as I restart your camera.
I can't do that.
You can't do that? You might have to. Because your camera is straight up
Yeah, and
froze,
it's not
bro.
even a flattering picture of me.
No, it's not. So look, I'm going to turn on Mosh's camera, and then you might have to skip over into his seat for a minute and risk getting ridiculed by that.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. Isn't that crazy? Okay. All right, go over to Mosh's seat. I'm going to turn on his microphone here. This is improv here, folks, because, we're having technical difficulties in the fan cave.
Holy cow.
Go ahead over there, Swag. I'm going to put the camera on you. There you go. All right, now tell us what we got. Tell us what was sent to us here.
Well, hold on just a minute.
Okay.
Do I need to put on the glasses?
Well, you're gonna go full Mosh? Yeah, go full Mosh. I'm gonna see if I can restart this camera here. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. This always, this show business.
What's going on? What's happening?
Okay, let me see.
So, you on me?
Not yet. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to reactivate your camera here. I don't think it's working. You might have to stay in that chair the whole show.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't got the chat right here.
Oh no, you don't have the chat.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But what we've got is a little gift from our buddy in San Diego. That's right, Mojo Raider sent us When the Universe Speaks podcast.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that?
That's really cool, man.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh, that is really I'm loving you wearing his glasses.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm looking into my own future.
Yeah, I know.
This is what I'm going to look like.
Well, or Mosh is looking into his past.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so love those shirts, man.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
Are you going to put yours on? I'm going to put mine on.
You going to put yours on?
Yeah, you keep going. I'm going to put mine on.
Okay, what am I? Keep going.
Yeah, just carry the show for a minute.
Oh my gosh, this shirt. This shirt is the best.
Pretend like Mosh is open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what we got going on? Pay attention, boys and girls. You got your old Uncle Mosh here with an update. That's right. I got some stuff for you. Yeah. No, turn the shirt back. Oh, you look good in purple.
Do I look good in purple? I never wear.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen you wear anything but black.
That's kind of my go-to because so for those of you that are keeping score at home, old Murph is colorblind, so I don't typically wear color.
Yeah, because you don't know what color it is. It's all black to you.
Yeah, it's all black or gray to me. So here we go. So here's like.
Oh,
when the universe speaks podcast. So that's Mojo's podcast. So good friend of the show, Mojo.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so that's his podcast, and we appreciate Mojo. Appreciate him sending us some swag. And so yeah, I will. I'm gonna rock this thing for the rest of the show, man.
Why not?
Why not? All right. I'm gonna try to get your camera going again. I don't know what happened there, but
yeah. Do you restart it?
I did, but it didn't come back on. So we might just have to you might have to pretend you're Uncle Mosh for the rest of the show.
Okay.
Is your thing up there?
No, I got nothing. I got nothing.
Can you follow the chat like on your phone or something maybe?
I mean, I guess. Or I could just bring my laptop over here. You carry the show for a second.
Okay, I'll carry the show for a second. All right, so there's the unbox. So I've got another thing actually to share with Jeff. So, but since I'll wait for him to get back when he gets a laptop over there. But just to give you an idea, I'll tell you what. Let me do this. Let me hit the contact information here. Let's take a wee bit of a break and let me see if I can get this thing.
I'll hit it.
All right, hit it, bud.
All right, boys and girls, pay attention. You got your old Uncle Mosh here with an update. That's right. I got some stuff for you. Take out a piece of paper, a pencil, a pen. Heck, use your pocket knife and carve the info into your dashboard as you're driving down the highway. First off, you need to like us on our fan page on Facebook. That's right. Go to Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. Don't forget about the Twitter. You know your old Uncle Mosh, he twits now. That's right. Go to at Raiders Fan Radio. Also, don't forget the Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about our website? That's right, RaidersFanRadio.com. Heck, if you want to, you can even email us, show at RaidersFanRadio.com, or call us on the Raiders Fan Radio hotline, 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. Don't forget Merv's Fan Cave on the YouTube, where you can get all the show links like the Fan Club Blitz with Splatterhead and Fitz. Find all our stuff on podcast providers like Stitcher, iTunes, and Google Play. All right, did I hit the time limit?
Good.
Okay. So, yeah, it's dead. Oh, no, there it goes.
Oh, after I got everything set up, are you freaking kidding me?
It just came back.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. All right. So, I'll announce the unboxing and then you switch back over. Okay.
What do you want? You want to say? Well, talk slow, because I just brought all my crap over here.
Only the most professional run of organizations around here.
Cow.
I am so sorry, you guys. This is crazy, man. Okay. So let me get Jeff's. So there we go. There's the swag cam. Let me hit it.
This thing freezes.
I know. If it freezes again, then we'll just go and live back with the Mosh cam here. I don't know what happened. Okay, here we go. All right, got you back up. There's your thing. Okay. Gosh, sorry guys. All right, let's get to the one more unboxing here. So again, so people send us stuff all the time, and and so Swaggo, are you back up? Or is it me? It's me. Okay, all right. So this thing came to the fan cave, and I'm going to assume it's for you. Now, this thing had no return address on it.
Okay,
it just showed up. All right, so you're going to freak out.
I'm going to freak out.
I wish I could describe it for the audio. You're going to have to describe it for the audio audience. You got me?
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You're going to freak.
Okay.
You're going to lose your mind. You ready?
Really?
Okay. So for those of you on the YouTube, watch this. You know what a big fan Jeff is of Marcus Mariota.
No.
Oh, yeah. Now, I'm assuming, because we know some people that are now have commonality with the Titans, and you know what I mean? There's
yeah, and we'll get to that in a minute.
So I don't know if that carried over here. I don't know what drove this.
Okay.
But all I know is that this
my gosh,
box
I hear the
came.
music.
Yeah. Here you go.
Okay,
describe what you're opening up there, Jeff.
I'm opening up a Riddell Speed replica helmet.
Yes.
Okay. Coming out of...
It's a rail. It's a full-size Raider helmet.
It's coming out.
Look at that.
No! It's a Marcus Mariota signed full-size Raider helmet with the inscribed with "Just Win, Baby." Are you kidding me?
My glasses are fogging up. Isn't that insane?
No! What? Hold on just a second.
Jeff is now putting on flowers in his hair and putting lays on and aloha beads. Yes.
Aloha beads. Oh, that doesn't fit over.
They're just on the headphones. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
This is better than Santa Claus anything that he's ever given me.
So I don't, again, it was addressed to the fan cave.
Oh my gosh.
So even if it
Who
was...
sent this? Did Marcus Mariota send this?
I have no idea. Seriously, I have no idea. No, even if it was for the cave, there's no way I could be like...
This ain't at the cave.
I know, that's what I mean. There's no way I could be like...
This ain't at the cave. You got the Compton jersey. I got the Mariota helmet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know, I could be like, hey, Jeff, look what's going to stay here. No, that can live at your house. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
I know.
This is absolutely incredible.
It's pretty cool,
Thank you, whoever sent this.
Thank you, whoever.
Probably Marcus Mariota, because he knows the Swag Jeff is back on RFR Live. I haven't been on for a few weeks, and that's probably why he's been struggling a little bit at training camp. He's been having a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And but Swag Jeff is back now.
Yeah.
So Marcus, do your thing, man.
Dude.
You're good.
That's freaking cool, man.
This could be my
jelly.
favorite memorabilia ever.
Well, yeah.
Because I have a mini helmet, Derek Carr signed helmet.
Oh, you do?
I do, and I'll put it right next to this because it's a little bit bigger. Oh my gosh!
Oh man, that's awesome! I love it. The chat room is like swag is flush.
Yeah. Kevin the Raider Nerd put man crush Mariota.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Best. That's the best. All right, Swaggo. All right, so let's.
Hold on, let me compose myself.
I know you got to
here.
compose yourself here. Well, Uncle Mosh is calling on the line. Let me grab this real quick.
Yeah, grab it.
Okay. Uncle Mosh. What are you? You're live on Raiders Fan Radio. What are you doing?
Man, what am I always doing when I call you?
You're driving and eating wings.
Close. I'm eating French bread.
Nice.
French bread?
I stopped at Sprouts and they had sourdough and I had to buy it.
Oh, nice. Did you are you calling in because you know that under only the most dire of circumstances, Swaggo had to go over and sit in your chair?
Uh-oh, what happened? Did his chair break?
No, but his camera died. So
Jackass!
His camera died, so he had to go and occupy your chair for a minute, but he's good now.
Well, tell him to get his ass out of my chair, and he can have my spot, but he doesn't have to have my chair.
Oh, I got you. He should.
Oh!
He's the only one I know that's got smaller legs than Will Compton.
Nice.
For crying out loud. He could move my chair. How hard is that? I know his roly-poly little frame loves to sit in my chair, but he can move the dang thing. He doesn't have to put his big old butt in my chair. For crying out loud, you bought him his chair.
I did.
I got mine secondhand.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You got the kids in your divorce. I got that stupid chair.
Oh, my gosh.
For crying out loud. It's always something. I actually want to talk about Swaggo.
All right, go ahead.
Talk about me.
Here, I'm going to pass the phone to Swaggo. Here you go. Okay, go ahead. He's got the phone now. It's on his camera. Go ahead.
So I'm driving. I do a lot of driving. I'm always driving. Okay, I work over an hour away from my job, so sometimes I listen to podcasts. Sometimes I listen to books on tape. Sometimes I nap. You know, it's always something.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm driving. Well, the other day I listened to Swaggo's Love Fest with the I don't remember what you called him, the Hawaiian
The flying Hawaiian.
Yeah, I laughed so hard, And I wasn't laughing at the content. I was laughing at you because I coached you and I directed you on stage on more than one occasion, and I've sat next to you in a room and watched you try to read. And you can't read.
Nah, not with the crap.
And let me finish. You can't interrupt, though. You're really good at that. You can't read, and I'm sitting here listening to you doing that, and you're not reading because you're not stammering, you're not stuttering, you're not misspeaking on the word Alzado. You're not doing any of that stuff. And then I said to myself, well, on stage, he's perfect, but because you practiced. And then I thought, no, he ain't practicing this. What got me and made me start laughing in the Pineapple Love Fest or whatever the hell you called it was you were doing that all from the heart.
Well, yeah.
You really are a weird dude.
The weirdest.
You are. It was so funny because I know you, and you were just like, oh, Mario, and Mario threw this, and Mario threw that, and and I was dying. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, you are.
It was one of the best bits you all have ever done, and those of us that know you were really cracking up because your voice was getting high, and you were all passionate. Oh my God, you had me rolling.
Wait till you just.
I loved it.
Wait till the next time you come to the fan cave and you see what just showed up here for him.
I don't know. I don't know that I can look at him and see a life-size Mario standing behind him.
Yeah. Well, a listener who did not put a return address sent the fan cave a signed Mariota helmet for Swag Jeff.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas.
That's amazing. That is like Christmas.
Oh my gosh, it's better than Christmas.
That was good. All right, give the phone back to Haas because I got to tell him something about himself.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, we got to make it quick. We got to jump into the show here, Mosh. Go ahead.
Oh, we don't have to make it quick for crying out loud.
We do. We got a ton to get to tonight.
Okay. All right, I can just hang up.
Well, just tell me. When is it? Go ahead.
Oh, my God, hot dog, you don't have to put a limit on me.
Oh, no one. Limiting you. Go ahead.
I've been with you for 47 years, and the only time you've ever tried to limit me is over the radio when you know I can't reach over there and crack you one.
Well, that's true, too. Absolutely.
So your interview with Koch.
Oh, Pete Koch, yes.
Yeah, it was outstanding.
Oh, thank you, Mosh.
Anybody that needs that's feeling down, kind of an Uncle Mosh PSA. You're feeling down, or you're bummed out, or you're fired, or you're furloughed, or you're fat, or any of the above. If you're the big 3 Fs, fired, furloughed, or fat, listen to Koch, man. Koch is good. Koch did an outstanding job, and it was, we like to talk football, and it's off season, and you've got so much to get to tonight, but Koch's interview was outstanding, and he did a great job, and he's without even trying, he's genuinely a great motivational speaker, and it really comes across, and he knew what he was talking about, because he said a couple technical things that I checked out, and he was dead on.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, he was dead on.
Very cool. Well, thank you, Mosh. Yeah, it was good to catch up with Pete Koch for sure, and appreciate you saying that. And for those of you that hadn't heard it yet, definitely go check that out. It's in your Murph's Fan Cave feed.
All right, now I want to talk about 2 football things, and then I'm going to let you guys go.
Okay.
All right. Will Compton. Okay?
Yes.
Will Compton had a tryout with the Titans.
Yes.
Okay? So the word around town is that, there's a new rule in the NFL referring to and you're probably going to touch on this, referring to the practice squad.
Okay.
That this year, because of the global pandemic, that 6 of the practice squad guys don't have to do the 6 of the 16 don't have to do the standard protocol, qualifications for the practice squad type thing, they can be veteran players. So the scuttlebutt is that's kind of what they're looking at comp for. So you're talking like if these veteran players can be able to go in at different spots, okay? So he already knows the Titan defense. He's already proven himself at linebacker, but he could also, if he had to in a situation, step in on special teams. So I got to thinking about that, and that's what they're saying. That's what people are saying. That's why they wanted to look at him.
Good call, Mosh.
But there's a lot of that going around the NFL. Oh, every team has the same rule, okay? That they're all going to be able to sign those 6 veteran players. So, of course, we want Carr because we love him. We want him with the Raiders. So don't be surprised. This is just my thought process, my Nostradamus. If we see Comp signing with either the Raiders or the Titans, which both systems he knows, in the possibility of a special teams capacity, because he could be one of those veteran players who could be slotted in anywhere they needed him. Comp is fast enough. He's mean enough. He's smart enough, which is his number one asset, and that's going to be what gets him his job. And I've been thinking a lot about it. Not his short little legs and the fact that his butt was in my chair, but his career-wise and how much I'd love to see him back in the black. And I think that's something. After listening to a little bit of Titans radio and where they wanted to go with him, I think that's something that hopefully, if he does sign with us, that could be where a lot of them are going to, where he would go, and where a lot of other veteran-type players are going to sign with teams, but not necessarily on the starting, big boy roster.
Well, it's funny that you say that because we do have inside information from Murph's Fan Cave from a guy that sat in the kid's height of Uncle Mosh's chair that the boy has signed tonight with the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, he did sign tonight.
He signed tonight. I sent him a text. Congratulations. Told him obviously we wanted him in silver and black, but congrats to him. He deserved it. So he is signed a 1-year deal with the Titans.
Fantastic. Is it on the big boy roster, or is it like I predicted?
I believe it is actually. I believe it is on the big boy roster. He has received a signing bonus, I believe, as well. So I think he's got a big boy contract.
Man, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, isn't that cool? And that's Swag Rappaport over there pulled that story.
Fantastic. Well, good. Well, listen, big boys, I gotta go. I'm driving. I can only drive down this 2-lane road and stare at people who are in their cars by themselves, wearing their freaking masks for so long. And it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Who are you afraid of breathing on? I know, and I'm looking at their old crappy ride, and I'm like, that ain't a damn rental. But if it is, you're about stupid. Jeez,
oh my gosh.
I got issues.
Okay.
Man,
well, thanks for tuning in, everyone, to the Mosh Hour. Thanks for tuning into the Mosh Hour, everybody. Uncle Mosh, next time you want to do a show, you ought to come to Murph's Fan Cave.
I've been on a freaking computer talking through a microphone since 7:30 this morning, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, we've been holding the phone up for about 3 hours.
You two idiots are the closest thing to live people I've had all day.
All right, well, the chat says hello. Everybody was glad to hear from you, Mosh. Thank you for calling in. Drive safe. And, hopefully we get you back here in the Fan Cave next week.
Are we back next week or 2 weeks?
No, we're every week now. Full season schedule.
All right, Murph. Well, we'll see you later, and tell Roly Poly to get his ass out of my chair.
Okay, we'll do.
All right, we'll see you.
Okay, see you, bye.
See you, bye.
Oh my gosh. He's
Oh
the
my
best.
gosh, Uncle Mosh.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Well, okay, so now at the top of the show, which
top
is
of the
now
show.
45 minutes in.
Well, we kind of figured that this was going to be a little bit of a long one because we got I got to turn my microphone back down here. We had so much to get to tonight. All right, so let's get into some show. Get into 173. Let's get into some Raiders talk, Jeff.
Absolutely. So episode 173 of Raiders Fan Radio, Uncle Masha actually had the announcement put on our run sheet that we were going to talk about Will Compton. So again, congratulations to the boy. I sent him a text, and he was very appreciative of the text. But anyway, episode 173 of Raiders Fan Radio, we tie every episode number to a significant moment in Raider history, and I have not one, not two, but three for you.
Oh, nice. Wag.
I got three. So the first one, we're going to talk about our boy, number 21, Cliff Branch.
Oh, come on,
Cliff Branch. This is a career stat. Career stat, 17.3 yards per reception for a career. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
That's amazing. Yes.
Absolutely. And if you didn't like that, Pete Banaszak. Pete Banaszak.
Oh, Rooster Banaszak.
Well, yeah. 173 games in silver and black.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that's good, Jeff.
Well, yeah, and if you didn't like either one of those, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but we're going to talk about Howie Long. Howie Long in 1988, he had all kinds of tackles. He had all kinds of stuff, but he had one interception.
No, he didn't.
He had one interception, and he returned that for 73 yards.
No, he did not.
173.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
dude,
we had the triple threat.
Give yourself applause on that one.
Well,
Swagger.
yeah.
That was good. Love it. Love it. So, hey, you know what they say about old Rooster Banaszak?
What'd they say?
If you needed 3 yards, no, I just messed up the joke.
You
I'm such a dope.
dummy.
Hit the reset button. You know what they would say about give me the something. Yeah. Here we go. There you go. All right.
And now for something completely different.
You know what they would say about old Rooster Banaszak?
What's that?
If you needed a yard, he'd get you a yard.
Yeah?
If he needed 3 yards, he'd get you a yard. hit a break here, hit an ID, and let's get this thing going.
What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Will Compton. You're listening to Raiders Fan Radio with my boys Murph, Swaggy Jeff, and Uncle Mosh. Tune in because they fucking put out a banger podcast.
All right, appreciate all of you joining us in the chat here tonight. A lot of folks in there. Mikey's in there. Aaron the Q-Dog Raider's in there. Kevin the Raider Nerd. Raider Roo.
Well,
Stacy
yeah.
Ruff. Running Bear. Good to see you back again, Running Bear. Hope you're doing well, my friend. The Big Easy is in there. Ty the Raider. So Ty the Raider jumps in the chat and goes, hey, what'd I miss?
So much. So much, Ty Raider.
So much, and yet nothing at all.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No real content.
Absolutely. All right, so let's start off this show by giving out some respect. We don't do shout outs, we don't do props, nothing wrong with those things, but we like to give a little bit of respect around here. You know what I mean? You know what it is? So first off, we'd like to give respect to Kay Adams. Kay is one of the hosts of Good Morning Football, which is like one of my morning rituals each and every week, or each and every day.
Yeah.
I watch Good Morning Football. After I get caught up on the news, I
She's
flip over
awesome.
to Good Morning Football, and her and Kyle Brandt, which we got a funny thing coming up from Kyle Brandt here in a minute. But Peter Schrager, Nate Burleson, great crew, great stuff. And so Kay has been kind of going through the rounds of like older teams, like teams that are now like defunct, like the Houston Oilers and even the Los Angeles Raiders. And Swaggo, you got a picture there of what Kay was wearing this week. Look at that. So she's got Raiders stuff on there on the
nice.
left. But then look at that Los Angeles Raiders gear, man. That's so cool, man.
I
So
love that.
Kay's rocking that on Good Morning Football and representing the LA Raiders, which we know, like just based in our listening audience, a huge contingent of Raider fans in LA. And like I've been a fan of saying, the NFL decided to relocate teams to Los Angeles, and they picked the wrong ones. Like if really it should have been the Raiders. I mean, I'm glad they're in Vegas, but you know what I mean? There's such a huge Raider fan base in Los Angeles.
Absolutely.
They kind of missed an opportunity there. All right. Next up, I'd like to give respect to good friend of the show, a guy that's become a good friend of ours, not only on the show, but outside the show as well, and that is Kevin the Raider Nerd. He is in the chat room tonight. Kevin is the proprietor and co-founder of the Fandom Podcast Network, and Kevin and his buddy Kyle, who's a Chiefs fan, but we won't hold it against him. We do like Kyle anyways, despite his questionable choice in teams. Those guys are so cool, man, and they're so gracious, and I got to join those guys on their latest episode of Couch Potato Theater, which we talk about watching Bill and Ted movies, and did that in anticipation of the new Bill and Ted movie coming out this week. So thank you to those guys. If you go to the Fandom Podcast Network, you will find, and they are in every podcast service, you'll hear the three of us kind of break down our experience with the Bill and Ted movies. And so if you're into that stuff, pretty cool, check it out. But also, one thing Kevin did this week, Swaggo, I don't even know if you're aware of this yet.
Okay.
Kevin started a Facebook group for us, and it's called the Murph's Fan Cave and RFR Meetups.
Oh, nice.
And this is like a landing spot for anybody that, whether that's you want to meet up with us when we do our thing in Atlanta. Again, this is under normal circumstances, COVID withstanding. If you want to meet up with us in Atlanta, you wanted to meet up with us for the draft, you want to meet up with us for the home opener in Vegas, or whatever the case. And that's where kind of the genesis of this was, because it's Kevin's 50th birthday. So he's going to be in Vegas for the home opener. We're going to be down there, myself and Max, my new boo, my betrothed. We're going to be down there in Vegas. And so this was an opportunity for us to create kind of like a landing spot. So for those of you that are planning to travel to Las Vegas for the home opener, join this Facebook group page. It's easy enough to find. Like I said, it's called Murph's Fan Cave, RFR Meetups, and our buddy Kevin the Raider Nerd put that thing together for us, and he did a great job with it. And so thank you so much, Kevin, for thinking enough of us to not only put that together, but to kind of like help us organize our get-togethers. Because, you know, under normal circumstances, we do that a lot this time of year. You know, we like to travel. We like to get out. We like to meet up with everybody and meet the RFR listeners at different events. Always one of the coolest things we get to do is to connect with people. You got a chance to do that with us this last
my gosh, it's incredible.
It's so fun, right?
It's so cool to walk around a tailgate and stuff like that with my Swag Jeff jersey on the back and have people going, "Whoa, Swag, it's you, man!" Like, oh, it was so
I know,
cool,
right?
man.
Like, it's like, you know, we are just like, you know, hosts of this dopey little show in my bonus room.
We're outside of Nashville, Tennessee, and we're in Oakland, California, and people were like, "Whoa, dude, let me get a picture with you."
I
I'm
know,
like,
right?
What? We're not celebrities. What are we doing?
I know, we're just schmucks, but we're big Raider fans, so it's pretty cool stuff. So, anyways, thank you to Kevin for doing that. All right, I got another one for you. A lot of respect to our UK contingent of listeners. So,
nice.
So many folks, you know, top of the list, of course, is Paul, Shropshire, Mississippi. Paul over there in Shropshire, England, holding it down. And I mean, and I will screw it up if I try to name everyone, but from everybody from Queen Haley of Scotland, to Kev, to Colin, I mean, there's so many, awesome, you know, Silver and Black UK folks that support this show, including Crusader Raider, including Keith Smith. And, I'm going to interview Keith this upcoming week on Friday. And we're going to have that on your Murph's Fan Cave feed for an RFR conversation. But so not only respect to the Silver and Black UK folks for just, you know, being huge supporters of this show, but not only are they just supporters in terms of listeners and in feedback, they also, Jeff, they have a Silver and Black UK app out there.
Okay.
And there's a list of shows on that Silver and Black UK app. And we're talking about like the official like Raiders podcast and like different.
Sure.
Guess who's the only fan content created podcast on their app?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, Murph's Fan Cave.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah, that's so cool. It was really an honor to us for you all to think of us that highly, to put that on there. It's like on the media tab of the app, it's like us and all these other, like, you know, big time radio shows. So thank you, Silver and Black UK. Thank you, Keith Smith, and we'll look forward to catching up with Keith on Friday. All right, I told you guys we got a lot to get to tonight because it's been so long since we've seen you. When Will Compton was here in the Fan Cave, signed that jersey and signed another Nike jersey that I had. We auctioned that thing off and raised $500 for Middle Tennessee tornado relief.
Yeah, we did.
And I want to give a lot of respect to not only Comp for doing that, but the gentleman's name is Joe Goff. And Joe gave us $500 for that thing, and I turned right around and donated it to the tornado relief and then sent him off the jersey. But that was a huge gesture on his part. He's kind of a fan of Will. He's, like a roundabout friend of the family and kind of followed Will's career through high school and college and then on to the NFL. And so this man, Joe Goff, got this to go into, he's got like a little bit of like, almost like a Compton collection. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so we appreciate Joe Goff and for that donation.
Absolutely.
Right before COVID, our area of the world got smacked pretty hard by tornadoes. And the fact that we're still climbing out of that, let alone the COVID and everything else.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal for us, and we're very proud of that. And thank you, Joe Goff, because you're the one that made it happen.
So Stacy Ruff brings up a great point.
Okay.
So obviously, the RFR curse is a very real thing. The RFR curse is real.
Explain that.
So every active player on the Raider roster that we've ever interviewed, they've all got cut right afterwards.
That's true.
They're no longer a Raider after they interview with the RFR crew.
That's true.
So we've got guys like EJ Manuel, name some others.
Obi Melifonwu.
Yes.
Keith Smith.
Yes.
Rashad Davis.
Yes.
Been a lot.
So the RFR curse still stands because we have added Will Compton to that list. Which but us being a Middle Tennessee based podcast, it's almost like he's dangling it in front of us.
I know, right?
You know what I mean?
Well, and it's funny. And Andrew DiPaolo, former long snapper. There's another one we can add to the list. It's so funny that we told him this. Do you remember this when we were in the car? We told him we're like, hey. So I kind of reluctant to tell him, but I'm like, everybody we've ever had that's an active member of the Raiders doesn't come back or gets cut.
Yeah.
And he got a big kick out of that. And then sure enough, hey, but you know what's cool?
But seriously. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, the curse stands.
The curse is a very real thing.
The curse is a real friggin' thing.
It's more real than Google Voice.
Yeah, heck yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
But the guy still got a job, though, right? So that's
my gosh, yeah.
All right, one more thing I want to get to, and then we're going to get into some talk about the Hall of Fame. Something very interesting happened this week in that I came across a text. I guess interesting to me, maybe not to you until I tell you about it. I came across this tweet, and this tweet said Kenny Stabler was a recipient of the Gorman Award for 2 years in a row. And this is 1973 and 1974. After doing a little bit of research into what the Gorman Award is, I found out that it was renamed the Commitment to Excellence Award in 1983, and basically it's awarded to like the most, the player that epitomizes being a Raider more than anybody else. Okay. And so there's a huge history of winners of this award going all the way back to the inception of it in 1967. And we're talking about the greatest of the greats: LaMonica, Otto, Brown, Blanda, Marv Hubbard, Stabler, Banaszak, Van Egan, Casper, Chester, Hendricks, Rod Martin, Marcus Allen, Bill Pickell, Ronnie Lott, Greg Townsend, Terry McDaniel, Timmy Brown. That's the kind of guys that are on this list.
Yes.
Here's what I want to give respect to.
Okay.
I want to give respect to the captain, the man that holds it down in the middle of our offensive line, Rodney Hudson, because I didn't know this. We didn't cover this on the show. If you did, Raider Nation, rock on. I didn't know. Rodney Hudson, 3 years in a row now, has won the Commitment to Excellence Award, becoming the first player ever to win the award 3 years in a row. 2017, 2018, and 2019, Rodney Hudson wins this award. There's been a couple of back-to-backs. Greg Townsend, Marcus Allen. Marcus won it 3 out of 4 years. Tim Brown won it a couple of times, or four times total, but never 3 in a row. And
that's amazing.
I don't see any reason why he won't win it again this year. Do you?
No,
unless
absolutely
it's maybe
not.
Jason Witten or something. But
yeah, or Marcus Mariota.
Well,
you know what I mean? I'm just kidding.
You're out of control. All right, so good stuff there. So appreciate Rodney Hudson, man. Often under-celebrated, not only as a great man and a great leader of this team, but the best player at his position in the NFL, if you ask me.
Hey, what's up? It's Brockman from The Rich Eisen Show.
And it's Del Tufo from The Rich Eisen Show.
You're listening listening to Murph and Mosh on Raiders Fan Radio. Yes!
All right, appreciate all of you joining us in the chat tonight. Appreciate everyone joining us live at youtube.com/Murph's Fan Cave. That is Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Michelle Sweat, Stacy Ruff, Raider Rue, Ron the Mater Raider holding it down, Tyrone Graves, the Big Easy. Appreciate everybody. Running Bear, again, good to see you, brother. Hope you're feeling well and doing well, my friend. All right, so this has kind of been a long time coming, kind of being an underused statement there. Tom Flores gets nominated to be a finalist for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We've talked a lot about the Hall of Fame around here. One being that this man right here, Cliff Branch, I think is the most glaring omission. But there are other glaring omissions, and that includes Tom Flores, of course, Jim Plunkett, Lester Hayes, Steve Wisniewski. There was a handful of players and coaches and people associated with the team that I think are often overlooked. So I don't want that notion to take away from the idea that Flores has now been nominated, because I really love this whole notion that they decided to nominate him because they missed an opportunity with Kenny Stabler to get him in when he was still alive. They missed an opportunity to get Cliff Branch in while he was still alive. And listen, I mean, we all got a freaking, we all got a born on date, and we don't live forever. And Tom Flores is in his 80s, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he's like 83. And so, he's not getting any younger. And so I love this opportunity to now induct Tom Flores in the Hall of Fame. Now, for those of you that are familiar enough with this show, you know that in the past, I've kind of sided at times, using that term loosely, with the Hall of Fame. I get why Flores wasn't a shoo-in right away, because when you look at his Raider career exclusively, and I'm going to get to it here in a second, it makes perfect sense. But unfortunately, he's got a track record also with the Seattle Seahawks that is not very good. And really, when you get to the tail end of his Raider career, it's not very good either. So I kind of get why. Again, I'm not defending the Pro Football Hall of Fame, because I'm a freaking Raider fan, clearly. And I think that you can't tell the story of the NFL without telling the story of Tom Flores. Therefore, he's a Hall of Famer. So, but it was just me trying to be objective in approach and trying to at least understand it. So all that said, this has been a long time coming. This is now going to be likely a done deal. Tom Flores likely walks in to Canton very soon. And so that is absolutely something we are going to celebrate on this show. We're going to celebrate the man. We're going to celebrate his career. We got a chance to meet him. How freaking cool was that?
Oh, my gosh. It was amazing.
Right?
It was amazing. And the guy still got it. He's pulling these beautiful women. I mean, we walked up to him and I took a selfie with him and had to excuse me, model lady, let me get by here.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How funny, man. Yeah. Tom was out at the Blitnikoff Foundation dinner.
Yeah.
And was standing out front after the awards were over. And yeah, he was out of all the dudes, and we're talking about active NFL players, active Raiders.
Yes.
They weren't getting swarmed by women. But Tom Flores was. Oh my gosh, it was great.
Absolutely.
But anyways, he's so gracious, such a nice man, and took the time to take a couple pictures with us. The one with Mosh is the best.
It's the best.
The one where him and Mosh are shaking hands. It's phenomenal. I'll bring it up on the next break, and I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
But let's get to Flores. Let's get to his career. So I'm going to just throw a couple highlights at you.
Okay.
About why this man should be, and is going to be the next member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame going in. Now, granted, he's going in as a coach, but he had a very historic run as a player prior to his coaching career. So he was the first quarterback to take snaps under center as the Raiders played their inaugural game on September 11th, 1960. We're talking about a 60-year career in the NFL, and frankly, a 60-year career with the Raiders of different various forms, as all the way up to broadcasting. So, but started off taking snaps as quarterback in 1960. 1963, Flores helped the Silver and Black to a 9-win improvement over the previous season. At that time, that was the single greatest turnaround in pro football history. Flores is just one of 20 men to play all 10 years of the American Football League. Flores got his first Super Bowl ring as a backup quarterback. Did you know this?
Wow.
With the Kansas City Chiefs. So who was Lenny Dawson's backup in Super Bowl IV? It was Tom Flores.
Wow.
He was then a receivers coach with the Raiders underneath John Madden. And of course, we know think about those receivers under John Madden. So you're talking about Fred Biletnikoff. You're talking about Cliff Branch. You're talking about two of the most dynamic receivers that have ever played in the modern era.
Yes.
And guess who their coach was? Tom frickin' Flores.
Right.
Right. So Tom then goes on and earns his second Super Bowl championship with the Raiders in Super Bowl 11, of course, as we know, in which Fred Biletnikoff, Super Bowl MVP.
Yes.
Right? So there goes Flores getting his second Super Bowl ring. He then gets another one, becoming the first person to win a Super Bowl as a player, an assistant coach, and a head coach when the Raiders, of course, beat the Eagles in Super Bowl 14. That also makes him the first Latino coach to win the Lombardi Trophy. He then goes on to win NFL Coach of the Year honors in 1982, which was the strike year, so it was tough enough to coach anyways.
Right.
And the guy pulls Coach of the Year. Then in Super Bowl 18, Black Sunday, the Raiders win by 29 points, which at the time was the largest margin of victory in the freaking entire Super Bowl era.
Yes.
All right. And then to cap it off, here's what to me is one of the biggest examples of icing on the cake. I look at the Hall of Fame in a couple different facets. I mentioned one earlier. Can you tell the story of the league without telling the story of this player, person, coach, whatever?
Yes.
That answer is no. You can't without telling the story of Tom Flores. Also, how do you do against your peers within the time in which you played? So, I'm not were you the greatest quarterback of all time, but were you the greatest quarterback when you played? You know what I mean? When you look at the quarterbacks of the 70s, was Kenny Stabler one of the greatest, if not the greatest? The answer to that question is yes.
Absolutely.
That's why he's a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Was Jerry Rice the greatest wide receiver at the time in which he played? Which, you know what I mean? You can kind of go on down the list.
Yep, absolutely.
So was Tom Flores the greatest coach of which the time in which he coached? Well, I'll answer it this way. When you look at the coaches that he has winning records against, Don Shula, 6-1 against Don Shula. Don Coryell, 11-5 against Don Coryell. This is Flores' record. Chuck Noll, 2-1 against Chuck Noll. Tom Landry, 2-1 against Tom Landry. And Bill freaking Walsh, 2-1 against Bill Walsh. Not only was Flores as good as, he was better than some of the absolute all-time greatest coaches in history.
Yes.
So this is absolutely something to be celebrated. Good for you, Pro Football Hall of Fame, for finally getting it right. Now put in Cliff Branch.
Well, yeah.
Because, and look, I won't turn this into a Cliff thing because I want to rob Flores. But, Swaggo, you know how I feel about this.
Yes.
Cliff Branch needs to be in the damn Hall of Fame. And
why not?
So right now, what they're looking at, they're going to put in Tom, and they're probably going to put in Drew Pearson, who, fair enough, Drew Pearson is quote, overlooked. But if you really want to get the right guy in, you put in 21, speed kills Cliff Branch. And Swaggo, you got some stats there. Shed some knowledge when we look, we know they're not going to put two Raiders in at the same time. I kind of think that's what the case is. And sadly, since we already lost Cliff, then Tom's the choice. But when you look at the fact that Drew Pearson, along with a lot of other guys, has gone in now ahead of Cliff Branch, this is an atrocity. It's stupid.
It's terrible.
Tell us why, Swaggo.
Drew Pearson, 489 catches for 7,822 yards, 48 touchdowns, 3-time first-team All-Pro, and 1 Super Bowl title.
Okay, good numbers.
Numbers.
Hall of Fame numbers.
Yep.
Now, what
strong.
are Cliff's?
501 catches.
That's more, isn't it?
That's more. 8,685 yards. That's more. 67 touchdowns. That's a lot more. 3-time first-time All-Pro, which is the same as Pearson. 3 Super Bowl titles.
That's more, isn't it?
I think that's triple.
Now,
okay, and then if we want to look at postseason play,
come on.
Pearson, 68 catches for 1,131 yards and 8 touchdowns. Strong. Branch, 73 catches for 1,289 yards and 5 touchdowns. He may not have as many catches, but that's the only stat that I've read that Pearson has a better stat.
That's it. One stat. Out of all the regular season and postseason stats, there's one number that Drew Pearson has over Cliff Brandt. Put this man in the Hall of Fame next. Please, Hall of Fame.
Why not?
Gosh. All right, hit a break.
What's up, everyone? This is Maurice Hurst for Las Vegas Raiders, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio with Murph, Mosh, and Swag Jeff. Just win, baby. Thanks.
Hey, this is Pete Koch, former Los Angeles Raider. Yeah, back in the old days, baby. And you're listening to Murph and Uncle Mosh, who happens to have the same hair as me. Check it out, Raiders Fan Radio.
All right, appreciate you joining us here in Murph's Fan Cave tonight. Swaggo, shout out the chat real quick.
We got everyone in here. We got Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Foxy Scorpio, Ron the Mater Raider, the Big Easy Running Bear. Who else we got in here? Kevin the Raider Nerd, Silver and Blacksmith. Who else we got?
That's a cool name.
Yeah, I dig it. Who else we got in here? Keep scrolling up. Tyrone Graves, Ty the Raider was in there. Stacy Ruff, Michelle Sweat was in there. We got everyone. We got everyone in here.
That's awesome, man. Appreciate all of you joining us each and every week here.
And hit the like button.
Hit the button, man.
Hit that button. Why not?
Hit the dang.
Why would you not?
Why would you not hit the button? I'm trying to find the picture of Mosh and Tom Flores. So there's, well, this is, let me see. I got to turn my thing down here. So here's a picture. This is, they're not, oh my gosh. Come on, phone. Okay, here we go. All right, so those of you that are on the audio podcast, I'm holding up a couple pictures. So there's the one, there's me and Tom, which is, it's an okay picture. He's kind of leaning out of the frame a little bit. There's Swaggo and Tom, because of course Swaggo's got to go for the selfie. He's got to go for the selfie. Tom doesn't know what the heck's going on there. But the one of, but the one.
He doesn't know what the hell's going on there.
Slight against Tom.
Respect Tom, but he didn't know what the hell's going on. He was like Art Shell. Hey, sir, can I take a selfie? What the hell's a selfie?
You got that one? You got the one of you and Shell. Where's the one of Mosh? Oh, here it is. Okay, look, this is the best. Oh, here you go. This is the picture. Look at Mosh and Tom
that's
Flores.
So cool,
that's
man.
such a good picture right there.
Such a good picture.
Yeah, that's legit right there, man. That's a good one. So that's the best. Real, recognize real, as the kids say there.
Well,
so,
yeah,
good stuff. All right, so I had this fun bit set up for Mosh, because the Raiders, for those of you that don't know that, let me slow down here. The Raiders this week, Jeff, they did this really cool thing where Gruden had the players wearing jerseys of former Raider greats.
Yes, that was so cool.
During practice, right? So I was going to do this thing with Mosh, because it's like all players from like his era, or most of them. And I was going to do a thing. I was going to give him the current player and see if he could guess who the past player was.
Okay.
That jersey. Do you want to try? You want to take a run at this?
I'll try.
Okay. I mean, you're well enough aware of at least,
sure.
the biggies.
Sure.
So, okay. All right. I'll tell you what. I'll give you the ones that are tough, and then I'll let you try to guess some of the ones that are maybe more obvious. Okay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
All right. So Zay Jones wore number 81. Who is Warren Wells?
Okay.
All right. Warren Wells, that's like pre-Madden. Like that's Tom Flores days, like LaMonica, like the old school, right? Number 81. All right. You want to guess who Hunter Renfrow was wearing?
I would say, Freddie B, probably.
There you go. Good call.
Oh,
dude.
nice.
Nice. You got one.
Good.
Okay. All right. Good.
Okay.
All right. So Fred Biletnikoff. Kyle Wilbur wore Greg Beekert. Famously, that's who recovers the fumble in the tuck rule.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Malik Collins. You want to guess on that one?
Malik Collins. Would that be Howie?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, nice.
Yes, there you go.
Okay.
Okay. Howie
I
Long.
dig it.
All right. This one might be, I don't know. Not okay. You get it. Click in your cup there. It comes through.
Sorry.
All right. Jalen Richard.
Marcus Allen?
cheating ass.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Was that right?
Yeah.
No, seriously, I didn't know.
Okay, I'm going to give you a tough one now.
Okay.
All right, Mr. On Fire over there.
Okay.
Okay, Nathan Peterman. Quarterback Nathan Peterman.
Carson Palmer.
You know what's funny? It's
They
number
both wear
three.
number 3.
Yeah, Darryl
That's
LaMonica.
why I said it.
No, Darryl LaMonica.
Oh, LaMonica.
Yeah,
Oh,
all
okay.
right. Darren Waller.
Todd Christensen.
Dude, are you sure? Do you see this
No,
already?
I promise you. I swear.
You're doing good, Jeff. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Dang, good job. Okay, Foster. This is tough. Foster Moreau. We met this guy. Well, there. I just gave you a hint. We met this guy at the Blitnikoff.
Oh,
Where's that? There's his autograph. Is right over there.
Yeah. Ray Chester.
Ray Chester. Good job. All right, and Jason Witten would then, of course, be. Oh, dude. You nailed all
Hendricks. No, not Hendricks.
Come on. Jason Witten. Oh, dude, you nailed all these, and you're going to drop the ghost?
Oh,
Dave Casper.
Casper.
Fine. All right, now I know you're not cheating because you would have got that one.
Yeah, I would have got that.
All right, Alec Ingold. You probably won't get this one.
No, I wouldn't
Mark
get
Van
that.
Egan.
No, I wouldn't have got
Okay,
that.
Mark Van Egan. Mark Van Egan is the number 2, if I'm not mistaken, chat room. Let us know. Number 2 in all-time Raider rushing history. Like, I think it's Marcus and then Mark Van Egan, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here you go. Josh Jacobs.
Bo.
There you go. Yeah, Bo. And Josh Jacobs said, I didn't want to give it back.
Well, no, absolutely
he wanted
not.
to take that jersey home. Okay, these are fun. Richie Incognito.
Art Shell.
Close. Very good guess. Gene Upshaw.
Okay.
Because he's a guard.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Now here you go. Colt Miller.
Okay, that was.
That's Art Shell.
Yeah, uh-huh.
All right, Rodney Hudson. Come on, dude.
Oh, Jim Otto.
There you go. Okay.
Duh.
All right. Here's the easiest one of the day. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Henry Ruggs.
Oh, Cliff Branch.
There you go. All right.
Duh.
And probably equally as easy, Derek Carr.
Oh, Stabler.
There you go. Yeah, some cool stuff there. So, all right. Good
Okay,
stuff.
so
Dude,
then
you did
so
good. You only missed, what, 2?
2? Yeah, that's not bad.
That's pretty
That's
freaking
not bad.
good. That's
Well,
pretty
because
good.
I saw the posts, and so I saw, obviously, I cheated with Stabler with Carr. I saw that one. That was the one that they
was the
posted.
first big one they put out.
Yeah. So who did Mariota wear?
Well, let's see.
Rich Gannon
or Plunkett?
Or Plunkett?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just curious.
I don't know because that wasn't on the list. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I wonder.
Probably Plunkett. He's 2-time Super Bowl winning champion.
Yeah,
You know
I mean,
what
probably.
it's got to be Plunkett. I
Yeah.
mean, when you look at the hierarchy of great quarterbacks,
Yeah.
it's,
Well, and if
Stabler,
Peter,
Plunkett, then Gannon.
And if Peterman wore LaMonica, you got to think that.
Because then LaMonica, I even put LaMonica. Do you put LaMonica behind Gannon? Chat room. I mean, neither one of them won a championship. Both of them played in and lost a Super Bowl. So it's kind of. I mean, I don't know stat wise. That would be an interesting. And LaMonica certainly played a lot longer than Gannon did. But yeah, chat room. That's a good one, Swaggo. When to stumble on that one. Chat room, let us know. Where do you put in the Raiders hierarchy? So assuming the Mount Rushmore is Stabler, Plunkett, LaMonica, Gannon, what order do you do those last 2 guys?
Yeah.
Because it's Stabler and Plunkett are 1 and 2. Like that's
Well, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm assuming that Mariota probably wore Plunkett.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would
and the
think
only
so.
reason I said Gannon was because they have a similar story.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So-
And then, but Gannon was great. I mean, he's a freaking NFL MVP.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's interesting, man. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Good job. All right.
And they're giving me so much praise in the chat. They were proud of me.
Are they? Oh yeah.
they're proud
you
of
did
me.
Well.
Yeah.
You freaking did well, dude.
I'm surprised.
Me too.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, pleasantly. Like, not that I didn't have faith in you, but just like,
Well, I mean, that's just, a lot of those guys played before I was born.
Before I was born.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going back a little ways.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's hit a break and then get into some Raiders and pop culture.
Hey, Raider Nation, this is Max Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
And goes down, and Max Crosby, who forced a fumble last week.
You're listening to Murph, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you so much. Just win, baby.
You missed a bit, buddy.
What'd I do?
You missed a bit.
I missed a bit?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
I sure did. Okay, wait a minute. Do you want to set it up, or do you want me to hit the?
No, just hit it.
Okay, here we go.
the week. You look like melted ice cream.
Ugh, I can actually hear you getting fatter.
Says he's fat.
Who's fat?
Too fat. Big fat fatty.
Hit that again. Play it again.
Fat of the week. You look like melted ice cream.
Ugh, I can actually hear you getting fatter.
Says he's fat.
Who's fat?
Too fat. Big fat fatty.
We have another edition of Fat of the Week.
We haven't had a Fat of the Week in a while, and Andy Reid is
because he wins every week.
Every week.
There's no need to do the segment again if a guy wins every week.
Same guy, so who?
You know, it's like the Commitment to Excellence Award. Rodney Hudson's won so many times, we just know that he's going to win. Well, same with Andy Reid. But we have a new winner.
We have a new winner of
Fat of the Week. Yeah, absolutely. And he reminds me of my favorite sandwich.
What is that?
PB&J.
PB&J Hall?
PB&J Hall. Absolutely.
So Ron, shout out Ron for that.
Absolutely. So the Raiders, they wanted to get rid of PJ Hall.
Yeah, they did.
They wanted to get rid of him because he's too fat. He's just a big fat fatty. You know what I mean? And so instead of releasing him, what they were going to do, they put him out on the market. Hey, anybody wants a big fat fatty? Who wants a big fat fatty? And so the Vikings said, we'll take that big fat fatty. Absolutely. And so why not? So all PJ Hall had to do was pass a physical. All he had to do was pass a physical.
So all he had to do was like walk 100 yards? And he couldn't do it?
No.
He failed his physical?
He couldn't do it.
Why did he fail his physical?
Because he's a big fat fatty, man. He's a big fat fatty. The Raiders could have gotten a conditional 7th round pick, and all he needed to do to help the Raiders one last time was to pass a physical.
All the man had to do was tie his shoes without breathing hard.
Hey, that's tougher than it seems.
Well,
man.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see you over there.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I'm all flustered and red and
You peeled an orange an hour ago.
Yeah,
it's like your cardio for the week.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. And so PJ Hall had a hard time. Old PB&J over there, he had a rough time with it. So he failed his physical. And so he got on a plane, went to Minnesota. He flew all the way to Minnesota, failed his physical, had to go all the way back to Vegas. And the Raiders were just like, screw it, man. We release you. Goodbye. Yeah.
So for that achievement, congratulations, PJ.
You are officially the Fat of the Week.
Fat of the week. You look like melted ice cream.
Ugh, I can actually hear you getting fatter.
Says he's fat.
Who's fat?
Too fat. Big fat
Hey,
fatty.
Raider Nation, I just want to say hello. This is Pastor Mondo of NationMinistry.net. You're listening to Raider Fan Radio with Uncle Marsh and my brother, Murph. Just win, baby.
Oh, my gosh. My glasses are fogging up.
That's so good. That's my favorite segment.
It's too fun. So in chat room there. So we're not fat shaming. We're just being silly.
How can we fat shame? 2 of the 3 guys are big fat fatties too.
That's what I mean. Yeah, we're just having fun with it, man.
Well, yeah.
It's just a goof, man. Because here's the thing, and seriously, here's the thing. Like, we don't care what anybody looks like or what it's not about that. It's about that if you're an NFL athlete. Like, you have to be able to maintain your body.
You can't be a big fat fatty.
You can't. Your body is your job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Mix in a salad and hit the treadmill, PJ Hall. Like that's your job. That's your livelihood. You would think that you would take it more seriously to keep yourself in some semblance of shape so you could, retain your value in your profession. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't feel bad about taking a shot at him in that sense. And so, no, it's not us. This isn't social commentary. This absolutely has everything to do with being a football player. So anyway, I appreciate you. And look, I love it. Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, PJ Hall sponsors bacon flavored. I won't say the rest, but oh my gosh. Yeah. Too funny. All right. So speaking of funny, we got some more funny to get to tonight.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Some good stuff here. So, Raiders and Pop Culture, one of my favorite segments. This is where when we look into the realm of music and movies and TV shows and wherever else, and we find Raider references within them. And so Raiders and Pop Culture this week, we're going to go to one, which is, it's kind of still in the realm of football when we hear from Kyle Brandt. But this is the first one we're going to get to is a guy that shows up in this segment really often, and that is Frank Caliendo. And this is him singing happy birthday to John Gruden, who just turned 57 years old.
Happy birthday to me. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to me. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday, dear Johnny. Knock on wood if you're with me. It's pretty good, man.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good. So I love it. So Caliendo put that tweet out, and he said, I just texted this to John Gruden.
Well, yeah, you did.
Yeah, so pretty cool there. So appreciate Caliendo as always with the Gruden impersonations there.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of impersonation, so we're big wrestling fans around here.
Yes.
We love wrestling fans.
Yes.
We love wrestling fans. We love wrestling. We're fans of wrestling. And so this is pretty cool. So on Good Morning Football this week, they had a segment where it was if you could be any coach to cut a promo, or if you could hear any coach cut a promo, which coach would you pick? So a promo being, when a wrestler gets on the microphone and, let me tell you something, brother, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that whole kind of thing, right? For those of you that are familiar with wrestling. So Kyle Brandt gets on there, and he gets John Gruden as his coach to cut a promo, and it's freaking phenomenal, especially if you're a wrestling fan. The references, he's not living in reference of one wrestler. He kind of hits some of the all-time greats here. This is fantastic. So let's go check in with KB.
Woo! Yeah, man. I'm just a visor wearing, Spider 2 white banana running, Hooters grubbing, Caliendo sounding son of a gun. And I'm having a hard time holding these Raiders down, man. Hey, AFC West. You read the Bible, man, because Gruden 3:16 says I'm going to whoop your butt. So go get a cheap bottle of Thunderbird and try to get back some of that courage you had in your prime. How about one of my favorites, man? Ravishing Rick Grudes. Hey, all you Chiefs fans, let me take off my robe and give you a look at what a real coach looks like, man. Because what you gonna do when Grudemania runs wild on you, man? Knock on wood if you're with me. R.I.P. Miss Elizabeth, man. Woo!
Oh, my gosh.
Isn't that hilarious?
That's epic.
It's so funny. And
I see it, KB. Hey.
That was Nate there at the very end.
That's amazing.
It's so funny. It gets quiet because aside from Nate, who's loving it, Kay's got her head in her hand, Schrager's just shaking.
Oh, yeah.
Because freaking they got this big giant blow up head of Gruden on top of Kyle's body, and he's got his sleeves cut off his shirt, and he's flexing, and he's it's so funny, man. It was
I
so
love
good.
that.
That was good.
So
huh?
good. Yeah. He paid homage to a bunch of great wrestlers.
Yeah, so he hit Ric Flair in there, he hit Hulk in there, he hit
Rock
Austin,
and Stone Cold.
Rock,
and
he hit a lot of guys in there. That was pretty cool.
Macho Man,
Rick Rude, man, that was pretty
that was cool, man. I love that.
What you gonna do, Chiefs fans? Oh, so good. Good stuff there. All right, so appreciate Frank Caliendo and Kyle Brandt.
Oh my gosh,
You gonna hit a button over there, or what are you doing?
I ain't got it.
Hit that damn button. You don't have to see a fans?
It's right there.
There you go.
There he is, fading, looking. He's under the gun. He's caught, he throws. It is.
So we got a bunch of people in the chat tonight. We got Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Running Bear, Big Easy, Ron the Mater Raider, Tyrone Graves. Who else we got in here? Foxy Scorpio. Who else we've got? Michelle Sweat's in there.
Rev Raiders in
Raider
there.
Roo, Rev Raider, Big Easy. We've got the whole gang in here.
Coach Davis.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Coach Davis.
Raider Vic, what's up? Coach Davis,
Coach Davis, where you been, bro?
Man?
Dude, where you been, man? Good to see you.
Love to see Coach Davis
Good
back
to
in
see
there.
you, buddy.
Hey, man, send us a voicemail. We miss your voicemails, Coach Davis.
Call us right now.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, right? Yeah, good stuff there. So appreciate you, Swaggo, for shouting them out. Thank you, chat room, joining us each and every week. All right, so we've got some emails to get to. For those of you that listen to the audio version of this show, and we read a few of your emails on our RFR's Trippin' show the other day.
Yes.
So if your emails sound like they're missing tonight, we read them on the RFR is Trippin'. So check out that on the YouTube show. Dude, we heard from the Maritime Granny. How cool was that sent you directly an email? That was so cool. Appreciate her and all the rest of you. I think Stacy Ruff was in there. Tiderator was in there. There was a few of them we read in our Trippin' show. So definitely check that out. All right. So to kick it off tonight, we've got one of the Menges twins, and I'll go ahead and start us off. Dear RFR family, this is Daniel Menges. First off, thank you for giving me the 2020 Gemini Award. I want to thank the RFR Academy for giving me this honor. The made men and made women of RFR, you guys rock, and honestly saying our picture looked like a mirror cracked me up. Now on to football. I was lucky enough to go to Las Vegas for my 25th birthday and got pictures of the Death Star. It's so beautiful. Honestly, it looks bigger in person, and I can't wait to skip school to go to a game to shout out my amazing aunt who got me the hookup to get super close to the stadium. Raider Nation is going to love their new home. Anyway, all that all for this twin. Peace out. Daniel Menges, Fremont, California. Proud made man. 2020 Gemini Man Award winner. P.S. 1 month until the Panthers get a taste of what we're all about. Let's go.
Nice
job, Daniel.
Nice.
Appreciate you, buddy. All right, Swaggo, who we got next?
So I've got an email. Hey Murph, I thought you'd get a kick. Thought you'd get a kick out of this. Ran across an old picture of me from about 10 years old, circa 1978. Raiders and Star Wars. Nerdum from way back.
What?
Raider Jeff. Whoa! Look at that.
That is so cool.
Got a Raider shirt on and a Star Wars pillow. It looks like.
Dude, I had that pillowcase.
Yeah, you did.
Like, no kidding. Like, I had that pillowcase for sure.
Yeah, you did.
That's legit, man. Good stuff. So, wait, from Raider Jeff?
Another one of the Raider Jeffs. He was nominated for Jeff of the Year.
Oh, he was.
Obviously, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I'm sorry he did not win that, but QB Jeff got the W.
So Raider
on
Jeff
that.
won that.
Well, yeah, QB Jeff won that.
Oh, QB Jeff won that, but he's
Yeah.
Raider Jeff too.
Well, yeah,
I
he's
mean, you're all Raider Jeff.
We're all Raider Jeff.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, whether your name's Jeff or not.
We're-
So I got another email.
What?
I have another email.
Okay.
I hate the Chiefs.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Well, Uncle Mosh isn't here because it says insert an Uncle Mosh rant.
Oh, Mosh isn't here to rant.
Yeah, yours truly tied a Raider. So we need an Uncle Mosh Chiefs rant.
Would this be a good time to bust out the Autumn Storm?
I think it might be the best time.
All right. So thank you, Ty Raider, for your email. And since Uncle Mosh isn't here in person to give his rant about the Chiefs, I'm going to play for you the Autumn Storm. This was
epic.
The latest Uncle Mosh Chiefs rant, and he's famous now for doing a few of them. But this was deemed a listener favorite. We heard from so many of you that were like, that is amazing. You should call that, instead of the Autumn Wind, call it the Autumn Storm. And I haven't played this for probably a year. It's been a hot minute since we played this. So since Mosh isn't here, Jeff and I decided this would be a good time to insert Uncle Mosh rant here. And this one goes out to you, Ty Raider.
I hate the Chiefs.
You hate the damn Chiefs.
I hate them. I hate them. You don't even understand, Swaggo, how much I hate them. Here's my question. Why? Why?
Why do you hate the Chiefs?
Why is it okay to trash the Queefs? Nay, to have unbridled hatred for the Chiefs. Is it because their quarterback remains the only player who's an active member of an NFL team that, when speaking, conjures up images of Kermit the Frog? Is it because when he and the other KC Queefs wear their uniforms, they remind us of ketchup and mustard on a hot dog, a.k.a. wiener? Okay, look. It's bad enough somebody would actually ruin, I say defile, a perfectly good sausage made with leftover pork parts, bovine byproducts, and mystery meat with a dose of ketchup. When all good and true Americans know if you are older than 7 years old, the only acceptable semi-liquid condiment allowed on a hot dog is mustard. Speaking of mustard, mustard-colored uniforms are no excuse to cheer for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I hate them, and they're incorrigible fans as well. And because we brought up patriotism and all things truly American, let's not go down that rabbit hole about my hatred and disdain for America's team, the Cowgirls. The Raiders may not be America's national team, but they are the one and only nation.
Come on.
And our team is not restricted by national boundaries or simple little titles and labels. We are a worldwide phenomenon, a movement, if you will, a collection of passionate obsessives and loyal followers.
Oh.
We are Raider Nation.
Yes. Knock on wood if you're with them.
But I digress. Back to my original point.
Okay.
You see, it's very simple.
All right.
I hate the Chiefs. And hate is a strong word. And as I unconditionally support my team in silver and black, nay, love my team, and I am watching a game against any other team, I hate the other team. Seriously, how hard is that? Why must you hate them, you ask? Well, let me explain it to you. Love and hate are as strong of emotions as you can get. And when I remember flash back to the golden days of my fandom and the beginning of my budding affair with the Raiders, if you will, as I began to love and support my team and take football seriously, it was crystal clear to me that when some upstart other team who is hell-bent on my demise shows up to piss on my parade, well, I ain't having it. As my fandom grew and my silver and black loyalty grew, my only recourse was for pure and unadulterated hatred in its finest form. Please don't be confused. I'm not your basic burgeoning curmudgeon who hates everything. In fact, yes, I love my fellow man. I love my Lord and Savior. I love my country. I love my Raiders. I love Swag Jeff. And I love most of my family. But for 4 hours, usually twice a year, I shelve my faith full of forgiveness. I choose to forget the oath I took when I joined the service at 18, and I declare those in ketchup and mustard uniforms and their fans, especially their fans, are my sworn enemies. So there you have it. That is my anti-Chiefs testimony, my rant, or my confession, if you will. It's the reason, it's my very own personal reason that I believe 100% in my heart it's okay, nay, mandatory. It is a complete must without reservation or equivocation for me to trash talk and completely, wholeheartedly, and with everything I have and every ounce of strength I could muster to declare boldly with my silver and black clad head held high, I hate the Chiefs.
Yes! Let's go!
Knock on wood if you're with me.
Oh my gosh. There you go. There's the autumn storm.
I love it. It gets me so jazzed up.
I know. I got chicken
You
skin.
got the chills.
I got chicken skin going on here, man. That fires me up, man.
So good,
Good
man.
job, Uncle Mosh, man.
That's classic.
That's classic. One of the best.
That'll
bits.
live forever.
That'll live forever. The autumn storm. So appreciate that. We get requests for that, like, believe
all
it or
the
not.
time.
And I want to play it all the time because it's just like it's one of those things you got to hear every once in a while. And it's just like, yeah, good stuff there. All right,
absolutely.
All right, let's get to one more email.
Yes,
before we get to the voicemails, and it goes like this: Good evening, fellas. Hope everybody is well. Welcome to a new season. First, congratulations and thank you to all of you for end of the season Fanny Awards show. I'm hugely honored to have won another award this year, and congratulations go to everybody that won the night. If there only had been an award for rant of the year, Uncle Mosh would have won easily. The Will Compton chair at man height rant was truly hysterical. I know that's the thing is that Mosh has got like a greatest hits album of rants. You know what I mean? And yeah, that one with Will was pretty darn funny. It's certainly. Oh, look at this. You would think we would plan this stuff if only we had a producer that was clever enough to plan this. Paul goes on to say, it's certainly on par with the wonderful I Hate the Chiefs. Another contender would have been Capo Q-Dog's Cleveland Furl comments on Raider Cody's Draft Day special. Anyway, the most surreal NFL season since the strike seasons in the 80s is just around the corner. There have been the usual comings and goings on the roster, which will no doubt continue until September 5th when we cut down to 53. Still no movement on Jadeveon Clowney, and as I write, Yannick Ngakoue is still being mentioned with the move to Vegas. Either one would be a great addition. I'm not sure we have the cap space, though, for Ngakoue. I'm with you on that, man. That's going to be a tougher one for us, but certainly I think the more impactful player. There have been lots of great videos and photos of the players and staff out there on at the new stadium, and it's really sinking in now that we've got our own home at last. Incidentally, Uncle Mosh, what is a Death Star? I know it's some sort of obscure Star Trek reference, but I'm still not 100% sure. Only joking, Murph. My favorite photo was of the players wearing tribute jerseys, with the former Raiders greats not being able to attend practices in previous years. An alternative had to be found. Oh, you know what? Great shout out, Paul. I didn't even think about that because, like what we talked about with Pete Koch, they weren't able to do alumni weekend like they normally would do and bring in all the former Raider greats. And so, wow, that really is a way for them to still, I didn't even connect those dots. Thank you, Paul, for that. See what I'm saying? Our listeners, chat room, callers, emailers, you're better at this than we are. That's why we feature your stuff on here, not us. Okay. Excellent gesture and well done to all involved. If proof were needed, that we continue to honor our past as much as we prepare for our present and future. I was thrilled to see Coach Flores move another step closer to the Hall of Fame. I agree with your comments on other Raiders that have been overlooked and arguably deserve it first, but he was head coach when I became part of Raider Nation, and I'll cry buckets when he finally gets his jacket. Right on. The fight must go on, however, until justice is served and we see Cliff Branch, Fu, Lester Hayes. I didn't even mention Villapiano earlier. Shame on me. Yes, there's another one that's an overlook. Fu and my man Lester Hayes get their rewards, plus the others I failed to mention. Until they are recognized, it will continue to be a stain on the NFL and everything the Hall of Fame stands for. I agree. My final point tonight comes in the form of a question. I've heard mention over recent months of a sandwich at Domenico's that is to die for called a Reuben. I'd like to know what it consists of. You have to understand, I come from a country that thinks anything other than cheese on a sandwich is exotic, so I'm intrigued. I'll be tweeting my good friend Tyler Rader for a photo of one at some point, as he's becoming quite the authority on their menu.
Yeah, he is.
He is.
Oh, my gosh.
All I got to do is follow Ty on
He eats at
Twitter.
Domenico's more than we do.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Stay safe, RFR family. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship, Paul Edgerton, Shropshire, Mississippi, Polly Award winner 2019, Foggy Glasses Award winner 2020, BRT Sizzler scorekeeper, proud made man, and five-time winner of the Raiders Fan Radio BRT Sizzler Award.
Nice.
Good job, Paul. So, what is a Reuben? So a Reuben is corned beef.
Yes.
Thousand Island dressing.
Yes.
Swiss cheese. And sauerkraut on rye bread, right? I believe that's what it is. And
So
then,
good.
And then Mosh gets it
With the spicy mustard,
with the
too.
spicy mustard on it as well. And that's the mosh version of the Reuben. So there you go. That's what I don't eat them because I don't eat beef. I'm allergic to beef out of all dang things.
It's so good.
I know. But you can get a turkey Reuben. And so, I mean, I've eaten turkey Reubens before, but I can't eat beef. And so, I kind of miss out on that.
Yeah, you miss out on
Yeah, I miss out on that.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good. All right. Let's jump into some voicemails.
Well, yeah.
Let's kick it off. The top of the voicemails, always with our capo.
Yeah.
He's Aaron the Q-Dog Raider. You know, he's the leader of the Made Men and the Made Women, the leader of the crew. And, you know, he's the all-time undisputed leader of voicemails. And that's why he arose to the point of capo and holds it down for us each and every week. And can't wait to see Aaron soon. Hopefully we're going to get a chance to catch up with him this season. Kind of our plans got all screwy because of all the COVID and the lack of fan attendance and all that kind of good stuff, but hopefully we'll be able to link up at some point with Aaron and of course and the rest of you that care to, but Aaron's the man. Another guy like Kevin that's become a good friend of ours outside the show. And so we appreciate him calling every week, and let's check in with Capo.
Greetings, Don Murph, the Sigley Marsh on the boss Sonny, Sergeant at Arms, the Sizzler, Big Raider Trucker, Mojo from When the Universe Speaks, Ramon the Mean King, Swag Jeff, Nation. The 2020 football season starts in just 19 days, so let's just go ahead and get started with the training camp news and reviews. As a seasoned Raiders fanatic, I refuse to buy into any glowing Derek Carr training camp accolades, quotes, or leadership traits. Tyrell Williams is injured yet again, and this time the ailment seems to be a torn labrum in his shoulder. I look for him to be placed on IR and just come back later on in the season. More to come on his potential replacement, Brian Edwards, in a minute. Wide receivers Zay Jones, not Jay, but Zay Jones and Nelson Aguilar have had positive commentary from the coaches thus far, and Henry Ruggs III is who we thought he is so far. Now, Mariota has been a little bit inconsistent with his accuracy thus far, so DC4, I guess he's going to remain safe as a starter for a few more months to come. Tanner Muse at will linebacker and Amik Robertson at slot corner. They might end up being starters game one. I watched our number 19 draft pick during the practices, and he was mic'd up on via YouTube.com. You know, go to the YouTubes, America. This kid can cover. Don't just take my word for it. Last Thursday, former All-Pro wide receiver Chad Johnson, a.k.a. Ocho Cinco, tweeted out a glowing review talking about, I'm not sure who this number 20 is for the Raiders, but please let him know whoever trained him needs a significant raise because of his technique, patience, and lateral movement. It's PowerPoint worthy. High praise. Multiple teams have shown interest in Yannick Ngakoue, according to Ian Rappaport. The latest was that the Jets were out and that the Seahawks, they're interested, but they might bring back Jadeveon Clowney, and I hope we don't sign him. Clay Matthews is still out there, and he'll be out there as far as we're concerned. As far as I want to say, let's just trade him straight up for Baby Clellan. I'm serious. We can trade him for Britney Spears toenail clippings, maybe a couple of Jack-in-the-Box tacos, a scratch-off lottery ticket. Hey, whatever you want. Brent Sobolewski of the Bleacher Report has labeled the Raiders' third-rounder Brian Edwards as the team's X-factor for 2020. And because of injury that called his last year at South Carolina short, he would have been a first-rounder. Let's do it. Welcome, Kyle Emanuel. Just what we need, another former Charger. Congratulations to future made woman, Max.
Hey!
Nathan Peterman,
nice.
Cardell Jones, Nick Usher, Devontae Booker, Theo Riddick, and forever Mike Ditka. Respect goes out to Kevin the Raider Nerd, B-Dog in the Pasture, Raider-born Rico, Haley from Scotland, Watts Raider, Sugar Shane, Bobby Wasabi, Raider Homer, His Lordship, Paul from Shropshire, Mississippi, Eye Patch, Rev Raider, Monster Mash Ken, Running Bear, Coach Davis, wherever you are, Raider Lim, Raider Clem, Oso Raider, Big Easy Raider, Raider 1975, Fabricated Gill, YO Raider, Death Scroll Steve in H-Town. Hey, get you an umbrella and hunker down, homie. Ron and Alliance, Splatterhead, Potts Fitz, and anybody that listens to the Fan Club Blitz. And no respect goes out to my so-called brothers in law enforcement who keep on shooting unarmed individuals of brown and black color. We got to stop this. Quit playing. Rue.
Right on.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I had a lot of silly comments based on things, but I'm not going to comment because I'm going to leave it at Capo right there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, next up, let's go to caller Greg in Tennessee.
Murph, hey, this is caller Greg from Tennessee. I just had an emergency meeting with Mosh. We need some more players for our Raider Fan Radio Fantasy Football League team. The league, I mean, we need about, 6 more players. And why ain't I a made guy yet? That's one thing I want to know. And one more thing I want to know. What are we supposed to do in fantasy with Josh Jacobs? What I mean is he going to be a third down, passing down back? Because Mayock says that's what he wants to do with him this year, but yet they got like 4 other pass catcher running backs on the roster, and I just don't know. They drafted a pass catcher. They got Jalen Richard. They re-signed him. They brought in Theo Riddick. Is he going to be third down back or not? Anyway, that's all I got. Over.
All right, appreciate it, Greg. So if you want to jump in and be part of the RFR Fantasy Football League,
yes,
just send me an email. You could send it Murph, MURF, at RaidersFanRadio.com.
Yeah, Aaron Capo, he wants in.
Oh, okay. All right. So, shoot me an email, Aaron. That way I got your email, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to forward them to Greg. So anybody that wants in, so the last 6 spots there, just shoot me an email, and then I'll forward it to Greg, and he'll get, because I'm not in the leagues. Otherwise, I would just send you an invite. But Greg's handling all this stuff. And Greg, you definitely deserve to be a made man around here. And you know what, Jeff? Let's go ahead and should we just go ahead and do it tonight?
Dude, we went live at like 6:15.
What time is it?
It's like almost 8:15.
Oh, gosh. Oh, we've been around a long time.
I don't know if we have time today.
We probably don't have time. But Greg, we'll get you next week.
Dude, next week, episode 174, you'll get made, dude.
We'll get you made. Yeah, we'll do it then. Appreciate you, Greg.
He needs it.
Yeah, but since we don't have time to do that, but let's spend about 15 minutes talking about his question.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
so
we need to address that.
Yeah, let's address that. So he asked the question, is Josh Jacobs worth it as a fantasy football pick? Look, I'm not a great fantasy football guy, because full disclosure, and Jeff can testify to this. When I play fantasy football, I just draft Raiders. And
yes.
And I will draft Raiders until there are no Raiders left to draft, and then I will only draft from certain teams, because I refuse to draft Cowboys, Niners, Chargers, Patriots, Broncos, Chiefs, Steelers. Like, I kind of eliminate my ability to be competitive in fantasy football, because I will only draft Raiders, and then in the absolute most dire of circumstances will I draft from another team, and I'll be like, well, okay, Aaron Rodgers is a Bay Area guy. He went to Chico. I was in Chico. I'm like, okay, I'll pick Aaron Rodgers. I try to justify it in that way.
He's never around by the time you draft non-Raiders.
Well, see, there you go. So that's why.
I think the only non-Raider that I've ever seen you not draft was the Titans defense as your last pick.
Yeah, there you go. Because I'm well, Compton plays for him, so at least yeah. So that's my plight. So I'm a terrible. Okay, all that said, Josh Jacobs is going to score, and the way that, unless you're doing a league where you're getting yards, but even then, even if he's just I think Josh Jacobs is going to get a lot more touches maybe than people are giving, that at least national media are giving him credit for.
Yeah,
we had the question in our RFR is tripping. Did we think that Josh Jacobs would eclipse 1,400 rushing yards? I don't know. It's going to be close. I would like to think so as a fan, but certainly collectively in total yards, in total production, in rushing and receiving, he's got to go over 1,400. He did last year, didn't he? Or close to it? What was he? He was 1,100 in rushing.
1,100 in rushings, but that was in what? 10 or 11 games?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, what?
Yeah. So I think he's a great fantasy pick, and he's gonna get in the end zone.
Yes.
He's going to get in the end zone. Ask our buddy Ramon if Josh Jacobs is going to get in the end zone.
Well, yeah.
How cool is that? Ramon was right there.
He'll
front
show
row.
you the hug that he got.
Front row in the black hole when Josh Jacobs jumped into the stands, man. Pretty cool there. All right, so appreciate caller Greg in Tennessee, and we'll get you made, Greg. We'll get you made.
Yeah. We would definitely will.
Yeah, we definitely will. So let's get to Capo mentioned Houston Raiders Steve. Hey, man, buckle down, Houston Raiders Steve. Our prayers are with you, our friend. A lot of the folks, we know this thing is this hurricane, tropical storm, whatever the heck it is. It's making landfall, I believe, on the border there, right? Isn't it?
Should
it's
be about there now, huh?
Like about there now. So all of you that we know we have a lot of Raider fans and a lot of RFR listeners in the great state of Texas. So for all of you that are in those coastal areas and are going to be impacted by this, man, we are with you. We're thinking of you, and we are definitely praying for the best scenario for you all. Take care out there, man. That's
absolutely.
It's no joke. And so all that said, let's hear from our buddy Houston Raider Steve.
Murph, Mosh, Swag Jeff, Houston Raider Steve. I just want to say that I think competition is good. I'm glad that they went out and got Marcus Mariota because, don't get me wrong, I'm a big Derek Carr fan, but if for some reason he falters or doesn't perform according to his expectations and our expectations and Gruden's expectations, then they need to put Marcus Mariota in. Bottom line is, as a Raiders fan, we just want our team to win. We don't really matter. It doesn't matter to us who is the quarterback, just as long as we can get some wins and be respectable and beat Kansas City. Back in the day, back in 72, Pastorini was the number 1 pick here in Houston, and he had to compete against our friend Lynn Dickey. Lynn Dickey eventually left the Oilers and went to the Green Bay Packers, had a pretty decent career up there. Craig Morton was competing with Roger Staubach back in the day, and then obviously they ended up playing against each other in the Super Bowl. Craig Morton's Broncos lost to Staubach's Cowboys, obviously. And look at Brett Favre. Brett Favre was drafted, and he was cut by the Atlanta Falcons, and of course he ended up being a great quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. So I think it's great to have 2 quarterbacks competing for the jobs. It used to be that they actually competed. You had 2 really good quarterbacks competing, LaMonica and Blanda and everything, and of course Kenny Stabler was in the wings. And Plunkett was mirrored Pastorini in all those years growing up in the Bay Area. And they were always, neck and neck, but Pastorini got most of the publicity. But what the deal was is that Plunkett was picked by Al Davis. As you know, he was the number 1 pick, Plunkett was. And Pastorini was, I think, the number 3 pick. I'm not sure, but it was. Anyway, so they competed against each other, but Al Davis told Plunkett, he says, I believe in you. I know you can get this done. You're going to be a starter. You might have to wait a little while, but you're going to be playing on our team, so be prepared to be called upon. Of course, Pastorini was never really accepted in Oakland because everybody loved Stabler, so they actually didn't like the fact that they got Pastorini. They liked Stabler. So I think competition is good. We want what's best for the Raiders, the team. I want Derek to do well, but I'm also have confidence that Mariota can get the job done. So I think competition for Derek is really good because it's going to push him, because I don't think it's fair to have, okay, this guy, we're paying him the most money at quarterback, so he's not going to have any competition. There hasn't been competition. Look at Aaron Rodgers, how pissed he is that actually they went out and drafted a guy that's going to replace him. He's never had anybody compete for his job. Great show. God bless, and go Raiders. We're back, baby. Can't wait. The future's bright. Got to wear shades.
Nice. Good job, Houston Raiders Steve. Absolutely, man. We appreciate Houston Raiders Steve as always. And I hope everything's good down there, my friend. Great to hear from him. I love, Steve, there's a reason we call him the Houstorian, because he brings that knowledge, man. And I love the story about Pastorini. That's an often overlooked, tale that, the Raiders traded in Kenny Stabler. A lot of our all-time greatest or all-time favorite Raiders, if he's not your all-time favorite, he's certainly on your short list as a Raider fan. Al Davis traded him for Dan Pastorini. He let Snake go to Houston. You know what I mean? And Snake played well until he frankly ran into the Raiders. But so really an often overlooked part of Raider history is the Dan Pastorini era, and quickly got, because it happened, and then all of a sudden Jim Plunkett won 2 Super Bowls. So, you know what I mean? So good stuff there from Houston Raiders, Steve. We appreciate you. All right, couple more to get to here tonight. And, man, we're just going down everybody on here is a made man except Greg, but we'll get to Greg at some point. Yeah, at some point. But we're talking about some of the made men, and let's hear from our buddy. I'm wearing his shirt, so for those of you that are
nice.
Yeah. For those of you that are on the YouTube, you see it wearing the When the Universe Speaks podcast that was sent to us tonight. Actually, it was earlier this week. We did the unboxing tonight. That is our good friend Mojo in San Diego, who is a contributor to the Murph's Fan Cave podcast network of the Mojo's Pod Show. And then he and his buddy, the Big Gringo, host When the Universe Speaks each and every week on all the different podcast services and the YouTubes and whatever. And so if you want to have a kind of an irreverent, funny time and you want to discover whether, bat people are real or not and determine how deadly coyotes are, then listen to the When the Universe Speaks podcast. And but anyways, let's check out what our buddy Mojo had to say this week.
Fellas, Mojo, San Diego, salutations and greetings to everybody out there at Raider Nation, including all the made men, women now. I think that's number 2.
Yes.
I just got 2 things to talk about. 1, Murph, Mrs. Max.
Hey!
Congratulations, guys.
Nice.
And then 2, I say it every year, right? 10 wins, bullshit. 11 wins. Let's go. Just win, baby.
Nice.
Good stuff there. Appreciate you, Mojo. Appreciate the shout out to me and Miss Max. So I got, like I mentioned at the top of the show, I'm looking for a picture here. Yeah, so I got engaged. So I got her. So there's my boo. There's me and Miss Max there. Yeah.
Show the one with the tattoo.
What? Yeah, we got tattoos. Yeah, that's a whole thing. Yeah, we didn't get each other's names because
no. And show her tattoo, the big one.
Oh. Well, hang on. Well, I got
the awesome one.
Carry me for a second.
Okay, so we went to go to Tunica last week.
Yes.
So we went to Tunica, but on the way, because it had only been about 48 minutes since you had seen your boo.
Yeah,
48 minutes. So we had to go and we had to do a little photo shoot, courtesy of Swaggy J.
Yeah. So there's she got a new tattoo, and then there's the ring there. Yeah. So pretty cool.
That's so cool, man.
Pretty cool, man. It's the biggest blessing of my life, Swaggo.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty good stuff, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Aw.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Mosh should be yelling at me right now. What are you doing?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
He's done that to me my whole life, too.
So anyway, appreciate you, Mojo. Appreciate you shouting out Miss Max there. All right, let's go ahead and let's close it out. We got one more to get to. Jeff, this is a good one. This is a really, really good one. I don't play favorites around here. But look, and it's up to you. We're going to award a Sizzler tonight.
Okay.
And it's up to Jeff, as it would normally be up to Mosh. When Mosh isn't around, it's up to Jeff to award the Sizzler. So I'm not lobbying by any means, but I will tell you this is a freaking killer voicemail. And I'm glad Max is not here in the fan cave to hear it because...
No, she wouldn't have said yes.
She wouldn't have said yes. She might have said yes to this guy instead.
Hey guys, Red Rico here. So normally I don't have a lot to say during this time of the year, and I'm not very active as well with the phone because, sorry, but since they opened back the cages here, I'm pretty much all the time smelling the streets. I mean, I love my streets, and by the time the show kick off is about here in Canary Island, 1:30, midnight, 1:30 midnight. By this time, or I'm still partying, or I'm cooked in bed. So that's what's pretty much all about it. But this time I got something to say, especially after this, the last RFR rundown from Swag Jeff and Murph and his hands off Mark Davis. Now, there was a guy, Jim Rohn, who I don't know, and he was talking about Mark Davis, and no matter if he was talking positively or negatively about the issue that comes out from Mark Davis' mouth, but that's not the point. The point is, that was this guy talking about Mark Davis like he's this kind of rookie, goofy owner. Well, to you, Mr. Rome, and to all the people that think like you, Mr. Rome, you completely wrong. And I tell you why. You name Bob Kraft, Jerry Jones, the Rooneys, like they were gods, like they are the bossiest people in the business. Well, I'll tell you, by the time that Bob Kraft stepped into the football business, that was around the middle of the 90s, Mark Davis was a 40-year-old man who lived all his life next to coaches, staff, and players. He got a knowledge of football that you can even imagine. When his father kicked him off the house, he went living directly with the players. Sterilize your mouth, Jerome. You're talking about Jerry Jones. Well, by the time Mark Davis was a kid, Jerry Jones was going into the office of Al Davis begging for tips, asking him how to run a business. And you really think that Al Davis was giving tips to Jerry Jones without giving any tips to his son Mark Davis? You really think that, Jim Rome? You ever think about that? And now you're talking about the Rooneys. Oh, well, the Rooneys. Well, I'll tell you what. The Rooneys are, that actually we are talking like something like Tutankhamun or Nefertiti, okay? That's the Rooneys. But if you want to talk about the Rooneys, I'll tell you who is Mark Davis, okay? Who is Mark Davis and Al Davis, the Davis. Al Davis is the greatest coach / owner / innovator / personality, stylish personality that the football ever seen. These are the Davis. And if you really think that Mark Davis is a guy that just have a lot of money and is running around with a minivan and a tap phone and a funny haircut, which I don't find anything of this funny, apart the haircut maybe, but you can find it funny. But think about, if you want to think about this, think about the fact that he's the guy who made happen the greatest relocation in football, and is a fact of the last 40 years. The greatest relocation in football. And you know, Mr. Rome, which one was the relocation prior to that one? The Raiders to Los Angeles. How about that? Anyway, Murph, you upset me a little bit as well in the last episodes. You were saying, I got a surprise for you, and at the end was just Will Compton. Come on. I was thinking Sonny was back in the studio. But anyway, I love you. I love everyone in the chat. I love all the Made Man girls. I love all of you that are over there. Uncle Mosh, Murph, Vinny, Swag Jeff. Hey. I think Domenico is in tonight, so shout out to Domenico as well.
Nice. Yes.
I love you. Go Raiders, and I'm out.
Oh my gosh, dude, the best.
That's incredible.
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
He's so good. He's so good. I love it when he got mad at me because I set him up with a surprise, and it was only Will Compton. Like the first time we ever had a real life Raider in the fan cave, he was like, eh.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I thought Sonny was back.
He thought Sonny was back.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Rico's the best, man.
He's the best.
That was epic, dude.
It was so good.
It was so good, man.
It was so good. So speaking of so good.
Okay.
Speaking of so good, every evening after all the emails and calls have been made, we give a Sizzler Award.
Yes.
We give a Sizzler Award to the best caller or email of the night, and we started off the night with Daniel Mangus. Who thanked us for the Gemini Award and loves the new stadium. We got a nice email from Raider Jeff who showed us an awesome picture of him when he was like 10 years old with a Raider shirt and a Star Wars pillow, just fully embracing his nerdom. Tighter Raider who prompted the autumn storm.
Yes.
Paul, who congratulated all Fanny Award winners. A shout out to all of the Mosh Rants. A shout out to alumni. And then we talked about Caller Greg from Tennessee.
Yes,
Caller Greg from Tennessee. Who, you know, well, hold on. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. Houston Raider Steve, who is glad that Marcus Mariota is in the silver and black. He loves a good quarterback competition. Mojo Raider, who says 11 wins. And the Sizzler Award, well, hold on. No, I forgot one. Sorry. Caller Greg, you almost got the Sizzler.
Oh, you were going to give Greg the Sizzler?
I almost gave Greg the Sizzler because he had an amazing call.
Oh, great
He
job,
talked about his fantasy
just go
football
and give
league
it to
update.
him.
he's asking why he isn't made. And so we didn't have time to get him made. And so I thought maybe, let's give him a sizzler. Let's just throw him a bone
there
here.
you go. Let's
Why
do
not?
that.
And he talked about, he had awesome stats with Josh Jacob in fantasy.
Yeah.
And, brought up awesome points. Another Raider fan in Middle Tennessee. He had a lot of good stuff. So I'm thinking, it might be sizzler time. But just like what he does to all of our wives and all of our girlfriends, Rico came in.
Stole them all.
Rico came in and stole them all. First off, the call started off with baby making music the entire time.
He's got the Stevie
Did you
Ray
hear
Vaughan
it?
slow blues going in the background.
Gosh, it was so good. Yeah. So this week, the Raiders Fan Radio Sizzler Award goes to our friend Raiderborn Rico.
I am the Sizzler.
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 Sizzler. Sizzler.
Sizzler. Sizzler.
Congratulations, Raiderborn Rico and caller Greg from Tennessee. We appreciate your call and bring that fire, man. Keep calling those in, and one day you will get a Sizzler Award as well.
He'll get one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
We are Metallica, and we are here for your Oakland Raiders!
You know why we are here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
I appreciate all of you joining us live tonight here in Murph's Fan Cave for this episode of Raiders Fan Radio. Appreciate, just on a personal level, thank you for all the congratulations.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, man. Appreciate all of you for doing that, man. Let me turn this little thing down here. There we go. I appreciate all of you with the congratulations. And, it's just been an absolute... last year of my life has been pretty epic, and that is all it has to do with Miss Max. And so thank you to all of you for doing that. Thank you to Mosh, who's not here tonight. Not thank you for not being here, but thank you for still being such an amazing contributor to this show each and every week, from his voicemails or his phone calls to the autumn storm, man. So freaking good. So good to hear from Mosh. Thank you to all of those of you in the chat. I'm going to leave it to Swaggo to shout you all out, but thank you for those of you that support us each and every week. That is at youtube.com/Murph's Fan Cave, and anywhere that you can find a podcast. That is Murph's Fan Cave, MURFS Fan Cave. Subscribe, hit the bell, hit the button, as the kids say. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, so thanks for everyone for joining in the chat. Ron the Mater Raider, Running Bear, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Kill Jadis, Big Easy, Michelle Sweat. Who else we got in here? Alfred Aspara, Kill Jadis, Tida Raider. Coach Davis is back. Welcome back, Coach Davis.
Coach Davis and Running Bear both back. We hadn't seen you either in a long time.
Pirate
Great to see you guys.
1975. The whole crew was here. Thank you guys so much. You guys make this show. It's amazing. We love you. Remember, everyone, tune in next time for another episode of RFR Live Raiders Fan Radio, where we take a lighter side journey into the dark side. And remember, folks, what happens in Vegas? You know it started in Oakland.
Good night, YouTube!
Good night!
Anyway, Murph, you upset me a little bit as well in the last episodes. You were saying, I got a surprise for you, and at the end was just Will Compton. Come on. I was thinking Sonny was back in the studio. But anyway, I love you.